In Algebra 1, Section 2.3 and 2.4, we're basically dealing with addition and subtraction with numbers. So I combined the two sections because it's pretty straightforward and a lot of it you've probably already seen. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up the process. But I want to make sure there's certain things that you keep aware of, things that people often make mistakes on their SATs, on their homework when it comes to adding, subtracting, especially dealing with negative numbers. And so you kind of have to revert back to section 2.1 when we're dealing with the number line. If you can imagine it from the number line perspective, it might help you a little understand exactly how to add and subtract. So basically, these are directions. Okay, so if it's telling me this is my starting point at 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it wants me to go back 3. So if I go back 3 from 7, 1, 2, 3, it hits here. This will give me 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 back 3, okay, will give me 4. This is my starting, and I move back. Okay? So let's try this very similar with number 2. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? I start at -8 right here. And it wants me to go even more further, 3. So it wants me to jump 3. So 8 would be -9, -10, -11. So I start here, and I move back again more, 3. So I end up with -11. Right? Same concept here. Okay. It's kind of similar to this thing right here because -8, a positive and a negative together, this is the same thing as saying -8 minus 3 because that positive and negative combined will give me a negative. Okay? A positive and positive combined will stay with positive. A negative and a negative combined will give me a positive. So two negatives give a positive, but if they're different, negative always wins. Alright? So in this case, I start at -6, which is right here, and I move down 3, which would give me -9. Now here's one of those cases where we're dealing with two negatives. Here's a negative, and here's a negative. They're side by side. Now the parentheses is just trying to tell you that they're combined, but they're basically side by side. So what this looks like is -15 plus 6. So I start at -15 in the number line, but instead of moving back 6, because this is a negative, I'm adding. Okay? So I'm adding 6. So -15, right? And moving up 6 will then give me a -9. I haven't reached the positive numbers yet, but if I start at -15 and I jump 6 spots forward, I should end up with a -9. So two negatives give me a positive. Okay? A negative and a positive give me a negative. Everything else should stay the same. So that means the only thing you have left is two positives, and two positives will still be positive. Go ahead and try page 81, numbers 10 through 12, page 81, numbers 10 to 12, and that's it.